Good evening and welcome to My Psychic Connection. I am your host, Journey Ryan. It is Wednesday night. That means we are here with none other than Jacob. What's up, man? How are you?
How's it going, Journey? How are you doing?
Doing good. I'm doing good. Seeing the people load up in here. Guys, don't forget, you guys can get a full mini read or an intuitive read if you jump the list, aka donate. So guys, that'll get you ahead of everyone on the list if you donate, and they get you a longer reading. So basically, however long it takes to get the message out to you is how long that reading will be. The free readings are shorter readings. They can go up to 3 minutes, but that's as far as they go. So if you want something more, a little bit more in depth, possibly, or you have a secondary question to what you have that could lead to a longer reading, you're going to want to donate. And guys, remember, every time you donate, we're going to be donating to the Salvation Army this month. We're trying to get turkeys for the families in need. So we're gathering donations for that this month. So we have that money to give them for November because, of course, that's when we get all them gobblers. So guys, remember, that's going to be a wonderful, it's a wonderful cause. Right now, we're up to $79 so far. We would love to be a lot higher than that because with the prices of turkeys right now, I think we've got a half of one. So let's go ahead and let's get that out there because, guys, remember, not only are you helping those families in need, you guys are helping us stay here so we can provide you guys the clarity and understanding that you guys need. And Jacob, he is a tarot reader and an intuitive, and he is working on his mediumship as well. So guys, know that he is developing that as he is growing as a reader, and he's getting stronger and better each day. So that's how it works. Like, you guys got to use it like a muscle, like you're going to the gym.
Right. I actually just opened up and started doing them more one-on-one. So probably within the next week or so, I will start taking them on here. Every once in a while I will take them online. But I am actually opening to where I can do them at events and stuff like that. And honestly, I think right now it's more of a confidence thing. Honestly, from what I can see, it's really just that. That's just that initial pushover. You know what I mean? I know that I've got it.
Trust in yourself, believe in yourself, and believe that the information you're receiving. Sometimes you're like, "Are you sure that's what you're? Are you sure? Is that what's happening right now?" Absolutely. And that takes a long. It's a while to open up and fully trust in that because, some spirits are tricksters too. They like to play games. Some of them are funny, and you're not expecting it, and then boom, you're like, wait a minute, none of that makes sense. Are you pulling my leg? You are. Thank you for that. But the person who's getting that reading knows who that spirit is and why they're pulling their leg. So it's pretty funny.
It's hard to pass a message when you see like feathers and then a piece of soap. You know what I'm saying? Like, how does feathers and a bar of soap go together? You're like almost nervous to say that because you don't. And that sounds crazy, but the more I tell people, they're like, "Oh my gosh, he had feather soap," and I'm like, "Where do you even get that at? That's absolutely ridiculous."
That was his favorite brand.
Yeah, he loves that soap. I'm like, I didn't know that was a thing.
I remember when I opened up when I did my first mediumship, a lady was asking about her father, and I was like, all right, let me see if I can't connect with him. And I was like, first off, I was like, I'm gonna say this right up front. I said, I don't know why, but I keep smelling sawdust. And I was like, it's not like a little bit of sawdust, I mean, it's strong. And she's like, yeah, my father was a logger. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, he worked at a sawmill. And I was like, perfect. Now I know why I smell sawdust. And so she was just like, I can't believe you did that. I was like, this is the first thing that came. And it wasn't like hearing the message, it was smelling the message. So messages come in many ways.
My favorite is like, I'll say something weird. Like I did a mediumship for a lady, and I said something about it was literally a stick and a Jello shot and something else. And I was like, does that make any sense to you? And she goes, oh my gosh, she was in a car accident after doing Jello shots after a wedding party. And I was like, okay. And she's like, that's so crazy you did that. I can't believe you did that. And I was like, I can't either. And apparently that wasn't the right response.
That's not the answer you were looking for.
It's not the answer that reassured.
That's great. All right, guys, I see a bunch of you in here, guys. Remember, if you want to jump the list to get ahead to get a reading with Jacob or an intuitive read, you guys must jump the list in order to do that. They just posted the link for that. Guys, remember, be kind, be courteous to one another. That's what we're here for. We're spreading love, light, and understanding. So, guys, remember, just because the question doesn't mean anything to you, it means something to the person asking the question. Guys, don't worry. I know that people, they come back and they're like, man, I know I asked this question last week. It's okay. Clearly, you have not gotten your understanding of why you're still asking that question. So it's okay to repeat yourself. I know not all readers like that, but here on this show, it is okay. I know that has been something that has been a controversial energy. Don't worry. So everybody who says hi, you guys are being automatically put on the list. We're going to check the jump list real quick before we get started, before I call out some names, because we don't want to miss those who are donating, because not only are they donating to the site here, they're also donating to the charity. And guys, remember, those donations keep Jacob to be here and give us his time. So that helps pay for his time. So guys, remember, again, be kind and curious, and we're going to start going down that list. And I'm going to need two people. I'm going to call the first name. I need you to post your question. The second name on the list, I need you to get your question ready. Now, if someone jumps before your name is called, that person will go ahead of you. So don't lose your place in line. Just stay put. All right. So, guys, let's get started here. Our first person on the list is Eeyore, a.k.a. Amy. Go ahead and throw us your question. Elena, get your question ready. You are on the list.
Just so you know, Eeyore was my favorite character in Winnie the Pooh.
Yes, I love Eeyore too. That's one of my favorites.
He was my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's got a favorite. And I think Faith's was Winnie the Pooh, actually. All right, so Amy says, things are coming down to the wire for this move. Do you see it going the way we need it to?
So I don't know what exactly it is, but I do foresee some trouble. I pulled the Seven of Wands in reverse. I pulled the Knight of Wands in reverse. And then I also pulled the Lovers in reverse. So honestly, just to backtrack, the Seven of Wands I would definitely indicate as being trouble. I feel like this is more along the lines of some kind of timing or some kind of situation that may not line up perfectly. I don't see that it's going to stop the move or anything like that. I just feel like there's going to be like an unexpected problem or unexpected situation that you may have to pay out some money or wait a little bit, something small like that. Because with the Knight of Wands, also the Knight of Wands in reverse, I feel like in this question, I would say that the Knight of Wands is about forward motion, passion, drive, things like that. With it being in reverse, I feel like that's more along the lines of not being able to or not being able to get things lined up exactly the way you want. Now, the Lover's card, now with that coming out into play, I don't know why, but for some reason, I would say if I was to read this, to myself, I would say that something is not going to line up with somebody who you care about or somebody else involved in regards to this. So maybe it's not the right timing for, like, say, just for an example, say your husband gets promoted to a job or your boyfriend gets promoted to a job and you guys got to wait a second or something like that. Something small, but I feel like it's pertaining to an outside energy. I do not feel like it's going to be something that you are directly responsible for, but I do feel like it's going to be a slight problem. I hope that resonates.
All right. She says there has been an unexpected issue, just hoping to get past it in a positive way. All right. It doesn't sound like it's a very big issue, so Eeyore, hang in there, honey. And I know this has been a move that you've been waiting for, and it's been difficult, but I definitely feel like you're going to get through it.
Yeah, I do too.
She says that makes sense. Well, I'm glad it does, Eeyore. And hang in there, girl. I know moving is one of the most, I have to say, I don't know which one's worse, moving or remodeling. Because I've been in the middle of a remodel, and it's been like the last few months, and I can tell you, not knowing where your stuff is painful.
Yeah, I guess that would be more painful. I never really had stuff. I always traveled. Like I was that person, like in the middle of the night, my grandparents would come visit, and they're like, "We're going back to Florida in the morning. Would you like to come live with us?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Well, we're leaving in 6 hours." And I'm like, "I only need 2." You know what I mean?
I got this.
Yeah, I just need a hefty bag. Just give me a hefty bag. I'm good to go.
I traveled. I think I lived in 37 states before I finally. All right, I need to stop.
You're one of the first few people that's beat me. I've got 11 states. I've lived in 11 states.
I lived in 37 of them, and I enjoyed it. But I always went to like different cities, and I would work at like different, spiritual shops and things like that, or bartend somewhere. And because there's a lot of places that I worked with that was like, oh, well, this bar needs help now. And then I go to that bar, and then I work at the spiritual shop during the day, and then work at the bar at night. And it was great. I loved it. And then I was like, okay, I need to find that I need to find that one space that's mine. And so I finally settled down. All right. So let's keep on going here because I know we got more people on the list. So Elena, go ahead and throw us your question. You are next. And Taylor Washington, get your question ready. You're on the list. Let's go ahead and check the jump list while we wait for them to post their questions. Elena's here says, when do you see me getting into a new relationship, or do you see me getting back with an ex? Will it last? Good question.
Well, so as far as time frames, I do not do specific time frames. I mean, I know that there are readings that do that, but when you do that, there's a lot at play. So you still have free will, even if you get readings, things like that. Nothing is set in stone. That's what a great concept of the soul is. There's free will. So there's always too much at stake when it comes to time frames. There's always too much little minor details. I can usually just do general outcomes or things like that, but I will pull some cards in regards to the future of your love life, and we'll see if I see a past coming or a past ex or some kind of situation like that coming back. Honestly, so in regards to the love life situation that you're asking, I feel like there already has been some situations involving an ex or exes coming back. I honestly feel like with the cards that I see here, this is all about comfortability, and I feel like something that you value in relationships is time or comfortability. And so when we do that, we tend to go back to relationships that we've already been in because we don't like the fear of the unknown or the whole process, whatever the situation is. I do feel like already in your life there either is or recently was some people from the past in regards to that. Either way, I pulled the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is overburdening, overbearing, too much, things like that. and the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands, also both of them in reverse. So I feel like in regard to this, it's like sometimes that we try to control too much or too many things. We put unrealistic expectations on things. And so in this situation, I just feel like, yes, you will be in a relationship. And I also feel like you have already had the opportunity to be in new relationships, or the possibility. I feel like really you are the kind of person, or you are the situation that is holding you back. So if you are waiting for an ex, or if you're still dealing with exes or anything from the past, you're holding yourself back from the future. So I hope that resonates.
All right, good stuff. Push that button, it didn't work. Where am I?
Well, usually it doesn't take me 3 minutes to get through something, but
sometimes the message is pretty clear, and it's direct, and it's hard to add to what's already being brought because it's so direct. And Alana says, thank you. Maybe change the banners to a bigger size here.
Yeah, I cannot. Oh, there you go.
There we go. All right, let's help everybody out here. Let's bring the picture. All right, guys. Remember, guys, we are everybody who said hi. Your name is getting put down. And we're having a drawing tonight, as we do every night at the 10 o'clock hour. And so what we do is we put your name down on the list, and your name goes into the hat. We draw a name out at the end of the show at the hour and 45-minute mark, and we let you know who is the winner of our giveaway. And remember, guys, we have a contest. Whoever jumps the most by the end of the season, which is in the last day of May, whoever jumps the most is going to win an iPad. So remember that, guys. We're got a free Apple iPad at risk here, guys. And I know everybody said it at the beginning of the season that you might as well give it to Blanca. Well, guess what? People are catching up, and Blanca's not in the lead. So you guys have a chance. So don't hesitate. We got some cool giveaways, and we can't wait to be able to share those with everybody. All right, so the next person in line is Taylor Washington. Taylor, go ahead and throw us your question. I need Bonnie to get their question ready because you are on the list.
So whoever is, if we don't have a jump by 27 minutes, whoever is on the 27th minute, I'm going to do an intuitive reading for free.
Ooh, you guys heard it. Who wants you guys to jump?
A lot of people don't usually see those kind of readings, so it's kind of hard to...
Yes, it's hard to judge those types of readings.
Yeah.
All right, we got Taylor here. Taylor says, I'm not going to say his full name, and I can't even pronounce the first one.
Irfan Hassan want with me?
Yeah, what do Irfan want with me? He texts me. I haven't responded.
Well, hold on, hon. Let's see.
He's a Leo, if that helps. Irfan. Oh, sorry. Honey, if I screw up the name, I don't mean to.
Okay. So, Page of Wands in reverse, Five of Pentacles in reverse, and Two of Swords. So, I honestly, by the interpretation of these cards, I would say that really it's not like there's underlying situations. I feel like this person may just genuinely want to get to know you or even be attracted to you. Honestly, either way, there's some situation in revolving like there's something he's going through from the past as well. I don't know if he's lonely or things like that, some kind of situation in regards to that. But either way, I do feel like this person is not really sure. The Two of Swords indicates indifference, options, choices, things like that. So I feel like in regards to this situation, this person is really just reaching out to either get to know you or have an answer to a specific question, may even be attracted. I feel like this is not really like anything bad intentions or something like that. So I just feel like as of right now, it's just a genuine connection. This person's trying to reach out to you.
She said, dang. All right. Taylor. Good stuff, guys. Bonnie, we don't do general reads here on the show. We save those for the website. They can go many different directions, and they can also be things you may not want to talk about here on the live. So if you have a specific question, it is best to have that because it makes it easier and it makes it more direct for us to connect and get the answers that you need. Because in 3 minutes, you're not going to be able to get a full general. All right. She says, advice about my marriage.
Okay. Okay. So, advice about the marriage. So, coming from the one of the situations, the 9 of Cups in reverse. So, it's almost like I don't know exactly what's going on or if there is problems, but I feel like one or both parties are unable to see significance on the same level. So one or both parties, you and him or her or whatever, I feel like there's like some kind of imbalance of situations when one person's happy, the other is not, or one person's happy with things one way and then it makes the other person feel uncomfortable. Because I also pulled the Temperance card. The Temperance suggests seeking balance or some kind of need to find balance. I feel like this is more in terms of genuine communication. Even though I don't feel like you guys lack communication, I just feel like there's a situation where one of you, if not both, is unable to really communicate what they're feeling deep down. So the communication comes off as more one-sided in an argument or in a disagreement. It's more of a power struggle, some kind of things like that. Also, I pulled the 4 of Cups. I feel like this is more about unable to see what you have or unable to be grateful for the things that are there. This is usually, if you look at the guy, he's missing the cup that's being offered to him from the hand in the cloud. So this is usually a card about being able to be grounded or be happy with things that you have. And also there could be one or both parties being undervalued or undervaluement of the other party. I hope that resonates. I know that's kind of cryptic in the words that I use, but you know.
Hey, it happens sometimes, but you know, I felt like the marriage is definitely what I was picking up as communication was key, and that, you know, too much holding back.
Yeah, not being able to really. So I feel like when there is communication, it's more of a defensive or more of a offense. You know, like an aggression to try and call each other out more than it is to be what's actually inside. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
like it's almost like keep building and burying stuff rather than get to the actual surface of the idea.
All right. And my banner is stuck on something, but the other one is not what is being shown. All right. So let's take a look here. Let's get rid of that and bring it back up. There we go. So now it changed on my end. I only have to do that for the change. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and take the next person in line. The next person in line is Brittany H. Brittany, go ahead and throw us your question. Chelsea H., get your question ready. You are on the list. And Bonnie says, thank you. That's true. You know, that holding back can be very damaging to a relationship, even though you may feel like that it can be mean. You're not trying to be vicious. Well, you could try, but I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like you're holding back because you're sparing someone's feelings, and it's not being mean if you're being truthful and trying to understand something. But always communicate. That's not what you're trying to do. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but I need to understand because my feelings are in jeopardy right now because I feel this way and I'm not sure why. And it always helps.
Yeah.
All right, Brittany, your picture's missing, girl. What happened? All right. She says, I'm severely depressed. It mainly comes from living with my mother, who is toxic, and not having a job right now to move out into my own place. I would love to be in an apartment before the end of this year, but feel so hopeless about it. Do you see an apartment popping up? Good question. I like the question. Love the way you laid it out.
So, in regards to apartment popping up, I'm not going to say that it's not possible, because so what I have here is I pulled the Strength card right side up, the Empress card right side up, and the Five of Cups right side up. So this would mean that I feel like your strength, that you are unaware of your own strength. Now the Strength card is depicted by a girl opening Leo the sign's mouth and with her hand inside. But it's not about brutal strength. It's about caress. It's also about finding yourself or having the confidence to be able to do that. So I feel like one of the situations inside of your life in regards to the apartment and the living situation, all of it, I feel like your emotions are really influencing your energy. I do feel like, honestly, if you put a foot to pavement, there is a very strong possibility that you could do it, because the Empress, which also rules alongside the Emperor, but she is more compassionate. Also, she is ruled by Venus, which is more of loving, compassionate, things like that. So with these two cards being here, I feel like there's deep-rooted emotions or deep-rooted problems in regard of allowing yourself to go forward. Now, I don't know what this toxic relationship is, but I feel like it may have developed some kind of insecurities, or you may have insecurities inside of dealing with this relationship. So with that, I'm going to say that it is possible. It's unlikely, but it's possible. Now, that being said, I do feel like you are the main influence here. If you're willing to put foot to pavement and put the negativity behind you, you could, of course, have an apartment. However, I do feel that it's more likely around February or something. So I hope that resonates.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, guys. We are at the 27 mark, so we're going to go ahead and throw out the free intuitive read. This way you guys get an understanding of what the intuitive read is, and you're going to be able to see what it is and see if this is something you would like to get. Brittany says, so true, very insecure. My emotions are all over the place. Thank you so much. All right, well, you're welcome, Brittany. I know it's hard to, I feel like you're just struggling with the fact of the toxicity of your mother, but the control of her as well, and not feeling the freedom that you want to feel in this situation, which is keeping you deeply depressed. But I'm going to say something about that deeply depressed. Being deeply depressed, yes, it puts you in a place where you're feeling angry or you're feeling sad about it or you feel like you're helpless. But at the same time, it can also be an amazing motivator to get you to do things that you would not do, and get you to do things that will be positive for you so you can pull yourself out of it. It can be a great motivator, but it can also take you down. If you let it take you down that rabbit hole, it'll be harder to get up. So remind yourself to slam on the brakes, see what you can do to fix the situation, and use it as a motivation that shows yourself that you can rather than you can't. Take can't, and I always tell everybody, take hope and can't out of the equation. Stop saying hope, because automatically you're giving that self that opportunity to allow that little bit of negativity in, because it's not 100%. You can do whatever it is that you can do. So remember, stay strong. She says, so true, Journey. I have to let it motivate me to get me out and get away. Absolutely, honey. All right, so we are at that 27 mark. Actually, we're on to the 30-minute mark. All right, we are going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to do an intuitive read when we come back. And that person that's receiving that free intuitive read is Chelsea H. Chelsea, you are the one that's winning that. So we will be back. You'll get your intuitive read, and then you can ask your question. And then Jennifer R., get a question ready. You are on the list. So we'll be right back after these messages, guys. Stay tuned.
For Central Kentucky's best selection of pets and pet supplies, visit Adventure Pets in Berea. We have one of Central Kentucky's largest selection of fresh and saltwater fish, exotic birds, hamsters, reptiles, puppies, kittens, and more. We carry several lines of premium dog and cat food. We also stock Frontline Plus, Advantage, Capstar, and other products for flea and tick control supplies for dogs and cat health needs. Call us today at 859-985-8001.
Are you looking for the very best website designs? Look no further than mypressmarketing.com. Let their expert staff take your website, phone site, or mobile app to the next level, fast and easy. That's mypressmarketing.com. Why shop anyplace else? Just tell us what you want and we will build it. Why settle for an everyday design? Get a design that stands out from the rest. We can even offer your business radio and magazine advertising. That's mypressmarketing.com. Let us be your advertising, marketing, and website design specialist today.
All right, and we are back, and I need to know if Chelsea is here. Chelsea H, go ahead and let us know that you're here. We're going to give you the free intuitive read, and then you can get your question answered. So I know you have a question too, but you won at the 27th minute, so you are the person in line. Chelsea, are you here? Send an emoji, thumbs up, anything that you want to send. Guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our show. Guys, remember, we are here 5 nights a week. We also have daytime show with Gifts of Faith. That's, well, technically an evening show with Gifts of Faith at 7 p.m. Eastern. So you guys can tune into that to get in touch with Faith as well. She has a show tonight after this show, about 30 minutes after the show. So, guys, don't forget, you're getting another hour with Gifts of Faith tonight at 12:30 a.m. Eastern. I got to say Eastern because, all right, so I'm not seeing Chelsea. So Chelsea is about to miss out on that opportunity. But the next person in line was Jennifer R. So, Jennifer, go ahead and let me know that you're here.
Honestly, for some reason, I don't know, but Chelsea was a little bit, I don't know if she just wasn't here very long or if I couldn't pick up on the energy, but I feel like hers was a lot. When you said Jennifer R, I feel like it's going to be an easier connection, so I don't know.
Jennifer says, of course. Well, Jennifer, due to the lack there of communication for Chelsea, we are going to give you the intuitive read, and then you can ask your question afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead and let Jacob tune in to you here, and then you can ask your question afterwards. All right, honey? Here we go.
Not 100% sure, but I feel like there's something with a sibling or a sister, or like if it's not a sister, it's a really close friend. I don't know if you guys are having problems or had problems in the past. That's the first thing that popped in my head. But either way, I do feel like Jennifer, I feel like your personality is very strong. I don't feel like you are very comfortable all the time around certain groups of people. So I feel like big groups. I feel like this started off probably early on in your life, really. I feel like maybe later on in high school. I feel like big groups or big crowds, unless you're feeling a specific type of way, are very difficult for you to handle. I feel like your intelligence is also undermined. I feel like you have a problem with really seeing yourself like other people see you. And I feel like people have said this multiple times in your life. I also feel like there's a big thing in regards to something that you're doing or a decision that you made. I feel like it is either like a job or some kind of recent change that you did, but I feel like it's almost like you're undermining your ability to make decisions. And I feel like this came within the past year or so. I feel like it's been real strong. So I don't know what kind of major decision or what kind of major change that you did. Also, I'm feeling kind of warm. So I feel like you're also undergoing some healing. So either you recently lost something or you recently changed something that you are adapting to and you're not really having an easy go of it. So it's almost like as much as you're afraid of making your own decisions or stepping out into your own light, you're also healing in a process of change. So I feel like you may not adapt to change the very best, even though I feel like change has done you well in the past. So I feel like you're the kind of person that gets stuck in situations, taking care of problems or adapting problems, trying to move forward and have a hard time doing so. So you have a hard time releasing stuff, attachment issues or attachment problems. With that also, I also feel like there's an energy from the past that has either recently came back into your life or you have a hard time letting go. That's been the main focus of your mind. And I feel like this is also part of the healing process. I don't know what happened with a car or something happened with a car. But I also see that I keep seeing a car, a blue car. I don't know if that's even you. That could be somebody else in the audience, really. But either way, going forward, I do feel like within the next 6 weeks, there's something that's going to come out of nowhere. And I feel like it's going to come from a family member. They're going to ask you to do something or they're going to offer to help you some way that you haven't seen the right way. But either way, that's calling to me. I hope that resonates. That's just a taste.
She says, lost my daughter and finding myself, abandonment issues. My daughter passed in a car accident.
I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry to hear that. I guess that's why I kept seeing it, because I just kept seeing car over and over and over again. So in regards to that, I apologize. And I do feel like, yeah, the being stuck. And I feel like this, the main thing is I've seen a guy or a dark-haired guy, and I don't feel like this is recent. I feel like this is a long time ago. I don't know if it was a father or a past relationship, a brother, but something happened where this person is no longer around or in your life, but they changed how your life ended up playing out. I feel like that was a message from that. So either way, you can ask your question.
All right. Yes, please ask your question. Remember, mediumship and things of that nature, please save those for jumps or on the website. She goes, thank you so much, Jacob. Spot on. I needed that so much. Her father, he is with her too.
Man.
All right, sweetie. I know you have another question you'd like to ask. I know you won the intuitive read, but go ahead and ask your question. After Jennifer R is going to be Richa P. Get your question ready. You're on the list.
Well, I was nervous about doing that. I don't know why, but
okay. Well, Jennifer asked her question. She says, okay, please tell me my boss isn't going goo goo over me. Laugh out loud.
All right, here we go. Honestly, I think he is. I pulled the Lover's card as well as the Fool. However, I don't feel like this is pure of heart, though. I feel like he is going through something, and whether he knows it or not, maybe subconsciously, I feel like he may be doing this.
She says, I'm nervous over here shaking like crap. I don't know why.
Listen, I got really warm when I connected to her, so honestly, she's probably... I feel like I've been people told that. I just now started paying attention to it, but it used to happen a lot. So usually when people allow, well, this is in my opinion, if people allow you to connect to that energy, especially when you're doing that, that's why I was able to see those things. Not everybody is that easy. Not everybody is like that. So if you're not open or you're not willing, and I feel like honestly that's what it was. She was open to the reading, and I was allowed to connect to that energy, and because so, I feel like that has a play in both of our energies. But I do feel like this person is goo-goo over you in regards to something that he's trying to get over from the past. I do feel like it's subconsciously, though. I don't feel like he's doing it out of male intent or some kind of thing like that. And this is just the start of it. So I do feel like he is going goo-goo over you.
All right. Kimberly, please hold back with your question. We will get to you here momentarily. You've been put on our list. So just hang in there, guys. Remember, we are doing a giveaway. So we are picking one of the names of the people that have came into the room and has said hi. Your name will be on the list. But in order to claim the prize, you need to be a member of mypsychicconnection.com. And you must be in the room in order to collect the prize. You can't leave and then come back 2 days later and go, oh, my name was called. It doesn't work that way. You have to be here in order to claim your prize. She says, oh no, oh no, oh no. Les, he's splitting up with his wife. I'm completely open, and let you and Jacob laugh out loud. Okay, so we have a little surprise for you, Jennifer. I know that you got an intuitive read, and I know that you asked your question, and I know that you've come to the show before, but we have an anonymous person who has put out a donation for you, and they are going to allow you to ask a mediumship question, which I think's amazing. I know that you've been wanting to see what's going on with your daughter and your the father, and so we're going to allow you to ask your question. And I'm just going to say this: sometimes I can't help myself when Spirit talks to me. I may jump in and add a few things here and there because some of the things that Spirit is throwing at me. So they like to talk to multiple people. She says specifically for me, wow, now I'm really over here shaking. Honey, it's your lucky day. So, but this person anonymously did this for you, and I think that's very special, and they wanted to make sure that you can get a message from those who've crossed over around you. Jacob, are you okay with that?
I am perfectly okay. I'm glad you said that you could jump in and help as far as I am, getting back into it. I'm definitely going to give the message, but if I leave anything or if you get a message as well, please do not, I'm not that, you already know I'm not that kind of person. We can both do it. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure that the client is definitely taken care of.
Absolutely. She says, thank you so much. I'm going to cry. Oh, honey, don't cry. This is a good thing. Remember, go ahead and ask the question that you're wanting to know when it comes to the other side. She goes, can y'all just go with it and see what's coming through? Sure. Absolutely. So you're just wanting to see what messages you're receiving from the other side. She said, please, please, please. Absolutely, honey. All right. Well,
give me a second. I got to concentrate.
He's going to get into the zone. I'm already picking up some stuff here. And right off the bat, because when he touched on the intuitive side, when Jacob was on the intuitive side of things, he started picking up the car ride. He started picking up the car and basically letting you know that, they're here. And that's what this was about. But you've been focused a lot of your time and attention on this situation. There is a lot going on. But the one thing that your daughter kept saying to me is, stop beating yourself up. This wasn't your fault. There was nothing you can do. And she takes blame for her situation. I see that she was not in the best spirits at that point. I can tell you right now that the energy that she's saying that's circling you right now is keeping you from moving forward. And I can tell you right now, that's what she's saying. She goes, I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone too. Let's do this, boys. We are all JRS. Laugh out loud. All right. JRSs. All right. So JRs. I'm not assuming that's where she was going with that. But Jennifer, she's saying that you're stopping yourself from growing and that you're so busy working on everyone else that you're not focusing on yourself, and that's keeping you at one. You've stopped yourself from leveling up, and you're also blocking any type of love, even if it's, I'm not saying the love from your boss going goo goo gaga over you, but she's saying that anyone that shows you any type of attention, anyone that says, oh, so-and-so thinks you're beautiful, or he thinks you're cute, or you automatically dismiss it like you don't deserve it. And she's saying to me that you need to stop doing that. And her father's saying the same thing. Well, this is something she used to do, but it's gotten worse when the more sad you became, the more resistant to any type of outside love. And this isn't just like someone who's attracted to you. This is family love, spiritual love. You're having a hard time accepting that type of love. Oh, hang on.
So,
All right.
I'll wait for you.
She says, I'm having a really hard time. She's really hard on herself. And yes. All right. Jacob's picking up on something, so I'm going to throw it over to him real quick.
Okay, so the first thing is, and of course, sometimes I the message comes through in a specific way. So I'm just going to tell you what I am seeing. So in regards to the male, which I think you said was her baby daddy, honestly, I keep seeing an argument or like a disagreement. And also, I see him shaking his head about something. So I really get this feeling that I don't know if you guys were together or if you guys had a disagreement, but something that he was wrong about. There was something that he was wrong about on how he handled a situation or how he handled you guys or something in particular. The daughter, I feel, and this is what came through right in the middle of when I was saying that disagreement or distance or whatever, whenever I was trying to really kind of focus on that. So I feel like I keep hearing this thing close up. So I don't know exactly what it is about your daughter or in regards to your life in general, but I get this sense that you close up whenever hurtful things come up, like whether it be talking about your daughter or whether it be talking about a difficult decision. I feel like you withdraw, and I feel like with the daughter, she's saying that it's not, you need to heal properly. You may have healed or you may have kept going, but there's situations that still cause that pain, and I feel like that's normal, right? But in regards to this, she's saying that you don't just do that.
There too. She says it could be my brother.
Right. So, okay. So if that is your brother, there's because I see a dark-haired male, and he's got hair on his face, but it's not like a beard. Do you get what I'm saying? And also it was something about a disagreement and something about he was wrong in how he handled something or how things were left. The daughter's the thing that she's talking about is something that hurts you, you withdraw into yourself and don't actually heal the right way, or you've only went through part of the process. And this isn't just with her. This is in regards to things that you're doing in life now. So if something makes you feel uncomfortable or something doesn't work out that way, you turn inward and you don't really vocalize it with people who could help you.
Says it's yes.
Yeah. So in regards to that, there's a healing process that needs to be brought up. Now, I know I'm hearing that you do talk about your daughter and you do talk about the passing sometimes to loved ones or something. The thing that's coming up.
Said yes. He was 15 years older than me. He was set in his ways and he chose the drug and party life.
I knew that's what it was too.
I did too.
It's hard. It's hard when you feel a similar energy. For those of you who don't know, I am in recovery. So when you feel a similar energy, it's hard. And then especially when you're giving mediumships, this was also another thing that I am also learning is how to deliver a message without making somebody go on the offensive. And so I don't want to bring up some things that can make people shell up in regards to it, because regardless or not, that is not something that was involved in the message. I don't have to say that. The message is more in regards to your life or in regards to the situation of how the things ended. But yeah, so I feel like honestly, the daughter's more worried about your process. I feel like you intrude inside or hide some things, trying to make everything seem okay or things like that, and don't really vocalize problems in regards to either her passing or how you're handling some things in life. So that's what I'm getting. So I hope that resonates with you.
She says, addiction has taken so many that I love. And she goes, yes, I did know how to deal with those losses we have had. I had 3 daughters hurting as well. I suffered my emotions to try to help them. And that's what I was getting right off the bat. Your daughter came through and was like, you need to stop hurting yourself to try to make things better for everyone else. Here's the other thing. They have choices that they're making on their own, and that you're trying to help them, but it's not coming out as help. It's coming out as hurt for you. For them, it's more along the line of, I get what I get from her, and they're not thinking otherwise. They're making poor choices, and looks like I'm seeing some of your other children are going along the same route.
Yes, that's what I'm picking up too.
Yeah, that are going in the same route, and it's unfortunate, but you can't change those things.
Yeah,
so
they're developing coping mechanisms. They're trying to be like you. And see, when we do those things and we act like we have healed more, that's what we put that pressure on other people too. They think that they have to be healed more. And so everybody tries to put on a mask and stuff them up, and everybody copes differently.
She says, my dad's been sober for 35 years. I attended for 8 years.
I attended Al-Anon for 8 years. My oldest daughter has turned to heroin after her sister passed.
Yeah, that's what I was getting. I was getting that you can't change that direction. You can only change that direction when she actually wants the help. You cannot force the help on her, because that's only going to turn her harder to that situation, because she already feels guilty for what she's doing. But she hides that guilt by doing these things that make her forget it. Mm-hmm. And it's only a temporary fix until she has to do it again, because again, the guilt, the upset, the pain, and everything comes back through. She's avoiding who she is. She's avoiding her emotions. And the thing about it is that your daughter is empathic, and she's picking up on what was before, and has, in a sense, given up because she can't deal with the emotions in which she's feeling, which are not just her own, but everyone else's. And if you have anxiety around her, she instantly picks it up and automatically takes it on as her own. So if you can, if possible, try to calm your energy while being around her, because it can definitely be harmful to her rather than beneficial. She says, my youngest daughter was charged with the first-degree murder at 15. I'm so sorry.
Man, your family's been through hell.
Yeah, she says she was being drug trafficked and was the driver of a vehicle that the passenger perished in. She has 10 brain surgeries, extensive rehab, went from planning her funeral to her graduation this year. Wow.
Another thing that I want to say, in order to reach the heroin addict, or the person that is on heroin, I'm sorry, my terminology is bad, but something to say to reach that person. That person is gonna, speaking in terms of me, I was gonna be strong just like everybody else. I did it to try and fit in because I couldn't cope with the emotions inside myself. The only way that you're gonna reach that person is if you show vulnerability first. So by not masking your emotions and speaking about it, or speaking about whatever it is, and this doesn't always happen the first time or the third time or overnight. It took me 15 years to get to the root, one of the roots of my problems. So when they see that other people have weakness like theirs, because that's what it's being interpreted as. She's taking this as a weakness, or as an alienation, or a way to not be able to handle things. She's taking it as it's bad on her, she can't handle it, things like that. So in order to reach her, you're going to have to get on her level. And one of the things that were associated with that drug is depression, anxiety, withdrawal. And then if you've been using it a long time, your brain actually mutates to accept more dopamine receptors, rather than actually be able to have enjoyment in everyday life. So your brain will override your natural survival instinct, which is hardwired in your brain. It'll override it with drugs. So the only way to reach that person is to show her that you are feeling the same thing, or that you can relate. The only way to pull that person in is to relate to them. That's why meetings work, because people go through the same situations, they can relate. So when they see something that they can relate to and they don't feel so alienated, that's how you reach people like that.
All right. It's definitely a hard road to go down, and it's really hard to see those that we love suffer through these types of things. But when they come down to really wanting the help, you'll know.
Yep.
And I'm not saying you can't be there for them, but know what you're doing. Are you helping? Or are you enabling them? So just remember that. She goes, I'm still here standing strong. I have a purpose for my pain, and I'm working on myself to be better, a better role model for her. She graduates high school with honors and got her CNA, which is awesome, and had her apartment before she graduated. Awesome. That's amazing.
That is great. I was not there. I was not at that point. So,
but look at what, and you know how we just talked about, I just mentioned about her being an empath and the energy that circles things like that. And you yourself being an empath and taking on other people's emotions as they were your own, and they weren't your emotions to bear. You were just picking them up, and you didn't want to deal with that type of feeling or that type of energy. And it led you down a path that, brought you back to reality to give you back what you lost for a little while. And now here you are. Look at you. You're doing amazing, and you're having fun, and you're helping others, and it's just the right, sometimes it's the path that some empaths do go down. You learn experience through your own emotions and others' emotions. So, but Jennifer, I hope that helps. I'm glad that we were able to give you a great reading tonight, and congratulations on winning the intuitive read and getting a chance to ask the question, and then getting that donated jump to you in order to get a mediumship reading. We're really excited for you. Thank you so much. And guys, we are going to take a quick break, but after the break, I need Richa P to get their question ready, and LaDonna, you're on the list. Go ahead and get those questions ready, and we'll be right back after these messages.
For Central Kentucky's best selection of pets and pet supplies, visit Adventure Pets in Berea. We have one of Central Kentucky's largest selection of fresh and saltwater fish, exotic birds, hamsters, reptiles, puppies, kittens, and more. We carry several lines of premium dog and cat food. We also stock Frontline Plus, Advantage, Capstar, and other products for flea and tick control supplies for dogs and cat health needs. Call us today at 859-985-8001.
Are you looking for the very best website designs? Look no further than mypressmarketing.com. Let their expert staff take your website, phone site, or mobile app to the next level, fast and easy. That's mypressmarketing.com. Why shop anyplace else? Just tell us what you want and we will build it. Why settle for an everyday design? Get a design that stands out from the rest. We can even offer your business radio and magazine advertising. That's mypressmarketing.com. Let us be your advertising, marketing, and website design specialist today.
All right, guys, you know what that means. We've got a job. All right, we got
I didn't know that did that.
Yeah, we got some new special features here within the last week. Are they still live? Yes, we're still live. Yes, we are still live. All right. Unique Smith, go ahead and throw us your question. You jumped the list. Congratulations. You're going to get a... Did you have a question or did you want an intuitive read? All right. Her question is here.
All right.
She says, I keep getting different descriptions of my soulmate and when he'll find me. You gave me a great read, but I couldn't find it. What do you see my soulmate looking like?
As far as looking like, I don't know if I just haven't advanced in that part yet, or, I mean, usually I can go more along the lines of behavioral traits, what he'll act like, things like that. I don't see, even when I do mediumships or things like that, I don't see specific pictures. So if you're asking for a specific picture of what your soulmate looks like, I don't really know how to clarify.
I'm going to help in that because I know that she's got another thing that she wants to ask, and that's okay. She'll be able to ask it because she said she was torn on what to ask. But I am going to give you a description on what I got with it, and it's not what you think. The hair is on the lighter side of things. I'm seeing like a golden brown, like the eyes are brown, but there's like a yellowness to them, which is really unique. I'm seeing like an olive complected skin color, I would say anywhere between 6 foot, 6'2", decent body build. So I know you're excited about that. But yeah, that's a description that's coming through. I'm seeing great personality, but very business oriented. So currently not their own business owner at the moment, but it's working on it. So I do feel like they're on the cusp of it. So the idea is there. There is a couple like clients that they're working with, but not exactly owning their own business 100% because they are still working with somebody. So as for them coming in, I do see that kind of, it's going to take place. Oh, I feel as though that they come into the area that you're currently in, but don't live in the current area that you're in. And actually would be in the area that you will be moving to once everything in your life is settling down. Because right now I know that you're trying to work on getting yourself out of the situation that you're currently in just so you can get a fresh start. The funny thing is that you're going to meet the person that you're going to be completely connected to in the place that you're currently in, but they just so happen to be there for work rather than living there or wanting to move there. But they do live outside of this area, which is actually good for you and puts you in the direction. It's funny how, the universe works here, but it's actually going to put you in the direction that you need to be in, which helps you out. She says, oh, shoot, I actually remember you saying that's almost identical as before. I knew you gave a great description, but forgot to record it. Well, you can always go back on YouTube. They're always on YouTube. Facebook eventually deletes stuff. So I wouldn't I'm not going to say don't trust Facebook, but I don't know how long they allow those lives to stay on there before there's too many accumulated and then they delete them. But
don't trust Facebook.
Yeah, pretty much. But YouTube, yes, they're always there. So try to remember the date, write it down or something. That way you get that energy. But when it comes down to the description of him, I can tell you right now that you're going to be very happy. And, this isn't something that you were looking, it's not something that you're looking for. It just so happens to bring the universe and the energies together. And it makes things right for you because you're trying so hard to do so many things. And it feels like an ongoing battle all the time. And I'm feeling pressures from outside forces. Remember, those pressures can't get to you unless you let them. So if you let them in, you're going to fall victimized to those pressures. Remember, you're the strong one. So be the badass bitch that I know you are. Because I know you're a badass. You're spiritually strong, and you take care of those that you love, and don't let anybody shake you from that. She says, I'm blown, and I'm shook. And she said something. Oh, there it is. She says, I couldn't find the one, so I was like, I'm going to try again. Did you have another question on that? Because I know you were looking for that one. And she says, I'm working on it. I'm working on tapping into my gifts, body hard. Hard body. Yeah, you'll get a hard body. That ain't a problem. But the spiritual side of things, remember when I just said you're spiritually a badass, that's what I was talking about. Whether you see it or not, I definitely felt that you are strong, but I don't think you realize where you're strong at. And I'm going to talk about like being everyone's coach and counselor. I mean, it just comes naturally to you. And people don't know how to react, how you know how to tap into their situation. And it's almost like you're there and you're walking them through it and you give them strength. And that is an amazing gift to have. And a lot of people don't realize if you're that person that everyone comes to, and this will relate to everybody. If you're that one person everybody comes to and you don't know why everybody tells you their secrets or they tell you about their stories or they tell you about their pains, that's because you have the energy to guide them in the right direction. That's an intuitive energy. You know, you feel, and it's like you're there with them and you help walk them through their path and their purpose. You give them strength. She says, I'm about to ascend. I know I have a purpose. Everyone has purpose. But it's a lot harder for people to find it when they refuse to accept it. So accept yours. And I tell everybody, I'm like, everybody's got a psychic gift. Could be with numbers. It can be with signs. It could be with visuals. It could be with energy flow. It could be so many different things. Everybody has their own way to tap into their ability. So that's why you got mathematicians and things like that and scientists and because there's a passion there and an energy that they can see things that you and I wouldn't see, but their gifts allow them to see this and to be open. So when I started learning how to read, since my family taught me from a young age till now, I had the opportunity to know to be open to things and not to dismiss anything. So allow yourself to grow. Did you want to add anything to what you were picking up around her energy?
Hold on a second. I'm going to see. So I haven't done this in a long time, so bear with me. So to answer this question, do you know my actual gift?
There we go.
So I used to do a thing on the lives. It's basically I'm going to see if I can channel and see if I can see along the lines of your gift. And I sometimes can see blocks. And sometimes I can't. It just depends on your spiritual progression. But I can already guarantee that you probably, everybody that is already inquiring about more gifts, usually the general one is empathic. Although I feel like yours, I don't know why, but your empathic side, I feel like, and I do feel like you've had it open, but I feel like it may be a little blocked. I don't know if you are wearing crystals or if you are experiencing some kind of something where you are leveling up and you're having a hard time with those. I feel like empathicness is getting misconstrued with your actual emotions. But let's see what I can do here. So Okay, so I feel like the one that's really coming out to me right now is I feel like when you were younger you probably, yes, see, if you wear a lot of crystals, I feel like they could be interfering it. Like, I always wear my crystals on my left hand. That's incoming energy. Your right is outgoing. Things like that. And some people, there's a very big debate in the crystal world on if certain crystals can be worn together, things like that. I would say it's different for everybody. You got to pay attention to your crystals, and like everybody has crystals that influence their energy based on whether it be your sign or whatever it is. Some crystals work, some crystals don't. Labrador light gives me crazy dreams, honestly. I figured that out through trial and error. But honestly, I feel like in regards to your gifts, I feel like when you were younger, things you would see weird stuff out of the corner of your eye. Like this is usually like shirts moving or things moving on their own, things like that. This isn't like real young. This is probably like 9 to 12 to 13, probably somewhere around there. And just like a lot of people who have this gift, a lot of people tend to turn it off.
Says I don't want to block my gifts, but protect myself and usher in luck and prosperity.
Yes. So, well, in regards to that, remember manifestation, what you speak has power. So you can manifest your own thing. Crystals are a big, big help. I wear a lot of crystals, but sometimes some crystals don't go good with us. So if you're wearing too much protection, or like, okay, so if you use white sage takes all spirits out, not just bad. It takes good and bad. So you'll have sometimes it'll be some people have a harder time connecting with their higher self or their spirit guides when they sage, things like that. But I feel like your gift that you're working on right now is your clairaudience. I feel like you hear things in music, or sometimes when you're out in public and you hear a conversation, you won't be paying attention to it, but sometimes just words will come in and you'll pay attention out of nowhere. And I feel like this has been real prominent as of lately. I also feel like your thing is hearing. I do feel like, honestly, you're going to be more of an audient person. And I do feel like you've already had this gift. So I don't feel like this is developing. I feel like there's something blocking you from this, or it's something inside of you that's blocking. So a lot of people develop blocks from traumatic events. So if you have went through something traumatic, I would probably start there. It doesn't always block, but a lot of people turn it off or tune it out when it comes to that. But I feel like that's going to be your next big thing. I feel like clairvoyance was there before or has always been there, but I don't know why. But I really keep hearing things like a ringing, and also like some kind of music, but not like normal music. Like,
Yo, you're good. I just thought it was my mom's ear ringing and people combo.
Yeah, I feel like it's more of the audio side of things. I don't know what it is about your clairvoyance. Maybe it was just a temporary thing. Maybe it's something that will come back. But I feel like your spirit guides are giving you this audience, this clairaudience, to really open you back up or release some stuff. So I feel like that's what you're working on right now.
All right. All right, Unique. Thank you so much for your job. That was appreciated. Thank you so much, guys. Remember, if you want to get a long read and a mediumship intuitive, or a mini read that we can go more in depth with, all you got to do is donate. There's the full mini read donation. Just got to click the link, donate. You'll jump ahead of everybody on the list, and your name will be called before anybody else's, even if we end up calling somebody else. That's the benefit of donating and getting ahead. And guys, remember, we are donating to the Salvation Army for the turkeys. And don't forget, tonight at 12:30 a.m., we're going to be here with Gifts of Faith. Guys, remember, if you said hi, you are automatically put on the list. And she did say one last thing. She says, if I meditate to open, will I be protected to give in?
Listen, so you're not automatically protected. Okay, so the big thing about meditation and opening you up, and I don't know why, but and you know what? I think that's the spirit talking to me right now, because this is a big thing with me too. You have to, before you meditate, and you can do meditations for certain things, connecting to yourself, clearing subconscious, connecting to your spirit guides, whatever it is. But listen, if you work with angels, listen, I believe every faith has power. So if you start off Christian, or if you believe in Dharma, if you believe in archetypes, if you believe in numerology, anything that you believe in, that you put faith in, that you put into the universe has power, but you have to ask it. So if you work with angels, ask Archangel Michael, Metatron, Raphael, any of them. There's actually 142 main angels that you can call on and things like that. If you work with crystals, make sure that you are charging your crystals and releasing the negative energy from them through selenite or through a full moon or through water. But either way, make sure that you are doing something not just to put in protection out into the world, but you are also setting your higher self to protect you. So think about it. If you're manifesting your reality, your higher self is your connection to the divine. So if you are protecting yourself on the physical world, you actually build a protection around you in the spiritual world. So whatever it is that you're doing, basically you are doing the steps to manifest. There's multiple avenues to do things to protect yourself, but you have to initiate them. So if you do go into this meditation to open up yourself, honestly, make sure that you are protected. But you really, if you're going to seek your higher self and things like that, if you're doing your meditations right, you really are just going to connect with yourself. You're not taking on anybody else's energy as long as you're meditating by yourself in a safe place, in a safe environment, and you're doing it right. Now, if you're meditating in a coffee shop, yeah, you should probably put on some protection because you're going to pull some stuff in. But if you're meditating in your safe place that you've saged or that you've done, yes, I would still recommend protection, because protection, when you activate your gifts, it's like a beacon, really. So you should always have some kind of protection. But really, don't let that fear of protection really stop you from getting in connection with your higher self. Just make sure you're doing the steps needed. So if you don't know, ask somebody who you have seen that knows, or read a book.
Absolutely. And that's a good information there. So I would take that in. Definitely take that in. All right, guys, we got about 12 minutes left for you guys in order for you guys to jump the list. So if you're going to do so, do it within the next 12 minutes. And guys, remember, we are here every Wednesday night with Jacob. He's going to be here giving you guys great reads and helping you guys connect with yourself. And giving you clarity on the questions that you guys have. So guys, remember, in order to get a mediumship, a intuitive read, or a longer read and get ahead of everybody else, donate, and $1 of those donations go to the Salvation Army to provide turkeys. All right.
Gobble, gobble.
Exactly. Gobble, gobble. All right. Thank y'all. I'm surprised I didn't see my walker in here. Roundhouse to the face. I didn't see her tonight yet, so I'm surprised she's not here. She usually joins us. All right, Richa P., go ahead and throw us your question. LaDonna, you're on the list. Get your question ready.
I feel like this show's been a lot of without cards, huh?
It took me 6 months to start trusting in what I was seeing, because the cards were seeing a certain amount of things for me, and then I was picking up other stuff, and my grandmother was like, "Oh, his mediumship's kicking in," and I was like, "What?" And then it just went from there, and I started seeing the apparitions, and I started talking to spirit, and I was like, "Oh, now I know what you're talking about," because I was freaking out because I was seeing this crap, and it was like, I see this crap in the movies, but it ain't nothing like the movies.
See, this is so crazy, because I'm so blessed. Like, I have to really, really focus.
Yeah.
Really do it. It's like when I go out, like outside of this setting, it's like I have this internal clock that shuts down. I don't know. I was truly blessed. Like, I swear.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be the crystals and stuff like that, but like I go out, and unless I'm actually paying attention, I don't. It's like I close down. It must be the cancer part in me. I crab up, shell up.
Absolutely. You shell up. You get in that shell. You don't. Shauna, it's okay, honey. We'll get to your question here soon. She accidentally posted her question faster than she liked. LaDonna, go ahead and throw us your question. You were next on the list. LaDonna, and then Shauna, you're next after LaDonna. So get your question ready, Shauna F. All right, we got LaDonna here. LaDonna says, What do you see for my career? And thank you so much.
So honestly, I do see change in your career. And I'm getting like a mixed signal. I feel like it's going to be good because I pulled the Six of Swords, which indicates going forward, greener pastures, leaving the past behind, things like that. It's depicted by a ferryman taking a family full of swords, or a family on a boat, a boat that's full of swords, because swords is the gold in tarot for some reason. And he's ushering them to across a river or a lake or whatever. But I pulled a moon card in reverse after that. So honestly, I would feel like I want to say that there's an upcoming change in your career or in regards to something about your career that is going to be like unexpected, unforeseen, unplanned for. Also, I do feel like with the Page of Pentacles, I really don't feel like it's going to be bad. It's like early stages of going forward or a much needed change. I do feel like that because I do get a sad feeling or some kind of weird feeling with the moon. So I feel like this may be an opportunity that you may not be exactly comfortable with in the beginning that may work out to your benefit, or an opportunity that you may have a little bit of hard time with the confidence with.
I just went back to my old job.
Yeah, so I don't know if you're just not happy to be there or what it is, but I do see your career going forward. So in regards to that, that's leaving the past behind. So you could be going back into this job and starting afresh or trying to start fresh. Either way, I do feel like there may be an unexpected change coming in the future. So just pay attention for it.
All right, good stuff, good stuff. All right, guys. We got a jumper. Woo! Thanks for y'all's donations. All right. A person who jumped tonight, Zambi. Zambi jumped the list. So, Zambi, go ahead and let us know what your question is. Sorry, guys, this chair is not the best. It looks comfortable, but it is not.
I don't have a back behind mine. I'm on like one of those little bench things. So
Yeah, oh yeah, you lean back too far?
yeah.
This one is really, it looks cool, but it is uncomfortable. And LaDonna said thank you for her question.
So, yeah, okay. So this is a jumper, so she has the opportunity for any kind of reading, intuitive, mediumship, or any of the other 14 that we've done tonight. Yeah. Gifts, messages from spirit, you know.
What you got for us, Zambi? Go ahead and wait for you to go post your question for us. Okay.
That's full moon too.
All right. Zambi says, what are Muhammad's future intentions with me? Are we best friends? We were best friends in childhood and wanted more romantic connection. We are always on and off. We're always on and off, but now we are older. Does he want to be romantic?
Does he not? Okay.
She wants to know if he's wanting to be romantic. Does he want it to be romantically with her? Let's find out.
Okay. So the first card I pulled is the Seven of Swords. Considering that it's the first card and it is the Seven of Swords, I want to say that there has been, well, I really feel like this person there's been some kind of trouble from the past. Either there has not been complete honesty in regards to you guys, or there has been resentments that have built up from things from the past. I do feel like there's a genuine connection. However, I feel like it's more of a family-friend connection. I do not see. I feel like this person may want to be romantically involved, but more on a superficial level, meaning more along the lines of I think it more a physical thing rather than an actual. I don't think he means you harm or anything like that. I just feel like you're his comfort, or you guys have been friends so long that you guys have a connection that he cannot have inside of relationships. That being said, I do feel like this person has some issues that they are going through as well. The Queen of Wands in reverse, I feel like now I know this isn't a specific card for it, but with it being behind the Four of Wands, I feel like there's a sense of codependency. So in this, you will see signs of this by how much you do for him or how much he asks you to do for him or expects. So in regards to this, with the Seven of Swords and the Queen of Wands, I really feel like this person needs somebody to be there, or needs more of a caretaker or a comfortability thing. I do feel like, because with that Ten of Pentacles there, that means I honestly feel like this person does have a genuine care for you as a friend or as of your well-being. I just feel like that is not what takes precedence in regards to the relationship. I don't see that it's a forever type connection or a forever type relationship connection. So if I do feel like there is a superficial kind of thing there, that maybe you guys are attracted to each other, or maybe there's a lustful connection. However, I do feel like this person's more of a codependent person, which means I feel like he relies on other people for things. So I hope that resonates.
Absolutely. You know, Zambi, when it comes down to it as well, you know, you guys, I know that Jacob was talking about, you know, that communication between the two of you. You guys really need to start talking about things that are a little bit more, I would say, intimate. You know, where are we going? What is this? You know, let's go on. I see dating needs to happen. I know that you're wanting to know if this is going to go romantic, and I think you guys need to start sharing time together is a big thing that kept coming through for me. And I keep seeing a woman spiritually on your side, trying to remind you, you know, you've got this, you're strong, and you keep fearing that you're not going to be good enough. This woman that's around you is trying to remind you that you always have been. Never lose sight of that. And I'm getting this as a not a grandmother, but a great grandmother. So another generation before. So she's in and out in your family, and she kind of protects everybody, but she's been really guarding you here recently because she's feeling that anxiety around all of this, and she's letting you know to relax and open up, because he's not picking up on the signals as strongly, but yes, would love it to be romantic. Just figured I'd add that too. It's pretty much just a little extra because Jacob pretty much covered most of that. So I just wanted to let you know that even spiritually, your guides are telling you the same thing. Allow yourself, bring down that defensive wall. Don't clam up. And if you're a Cancer, don't shell up.
Yeah. Good luck.
She says, okay, thank you. You are welcome. All right, good stuff, guys. Now in 15 minutes, we're going to be announcing the winner of tonight's drawing. So, guys, get ready for that. You must be a member of My Psychic Connection. In order to do that, that's mypsychicconnection.com. Guys, go on there. You sign up. You're going to get 3 free minutes and your choice to talk to whatever psychic you want to talk to. You know, we do giveaways and stuff like that. So there's a chance and opportunity to win time and money on there. So, guys, don't hesitate. Get on there and check out the website. It's free to sign up. And the app, we have an app that's coming out. The old app has been discontinued due to all the upgrades, but they are working on it on the tech side of things. So the app will be up so you guys can use it directly from your phone rather than going into your phone and then using Google. So that way you guys can just download an app and we're ready to rock and roll all over again. But guys, that's coming, I would say, probably in the next few days. They're almost finished. All right. Well, Zambi, thank you. We appreciate it. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but after the break, we're going to get to some more readings. The next person on the list is Shauna F. Shauna, get that question ready. You'll be right after the commercial break. And Kimberly G, also get your question ready. You'll be after Shauna. We'll be right back after these messages.
For Central Kentucky's best selection of pets and pet supplies, visit Adventure Pets in Berea. We have one of Central Kentucky's largest selection of fresh and saltwater fish, exotic birds, hamsters, reptiles, puppies, kittens, and more. We carry several lines of premium dog and cat food. We also stock Frontline Plus, Advantage, Capstar, and other products for flea and tick control supplies for dogs and cat health needs. Call us today at 859-985-8001.
Are you looking for the very best website designs? Look no further than mypressmarketing.com. Let their expert staff take your website, phone site, or mobile app to the next level, fast and easy. That's mypressmarketing.com. Why shop anyplace else? Just tell us what you want and we will build it. Why settle for an everyday design? Get a design that stands out from the rest. We can even offer your business radio and magazine advertising. That's mypressmarketing.com. Let us be your advertising, marketing, and website design specialist today.
All right, guys, and we are back. So I need Shauna F to go ahead and throw us her question. Kimberly G, get your question ready. You'll be right after Shauna. Shauna, throw us your question. All right. Got Shauna here. Shauna says, I had a love of my life named Kyle, but Corey is the only guy that I loved besides Kyle. Do you see marriage with either one of them or someone new? Good question.
These are for Kyle. These are for Corey. Okay. So, for Kyle, okay, I see that the connection, I feel like, honestly, is stronger with Kyle, with the Queen of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Judgment card. Although the Judgment card is in reverse, I do feel like there's something about not being able to be yourself, and there's some kind of emotions that one of you have that come to play in regards to your relationship with Corey. I feel like, well, honestly, I don't feel like your heart's as much into it, or honestly, I feel like with the Empress being in reverse, you may be doing more in regards to the relationship than Corey, or you have a hard time seeing Corey's feelings, some kind of situation like that. Either way, in regards to marriage, I don't see marriage anytime soon, but I do see the possibility more along the lines with Kyle. I do feel like, however, there's something about being stuck, stagnated energy, or things not being able to be gotten over from the past in regards to Kyle. So I do feel like that. If you do get married, I feel like it'll be more towards Kyle than Corey. I don't see an outside influence as of right now. I did pull the Six of Swords on the end. So I do feel like in the future, honestly, I would honestly say it would be Kyle. I do feel like you'd be married to Kyle. But I do feel like there's going to be problems with it regarding resentments held from the past or some kind of situation that hasn't been healed from. And it doesn't even necessarily mean to the relationship, because honestly, I feel like he may have problems with his parents, or he may have problems left over from some kind of baby mama drama or some kind of family. But honestly, I feel like Kyle is the guy. I just feel like it would be at least a year or two before that even happens, depending on how the year or two goes for you. So I do feel like in the end that the possibility lies with Kyle.
Right at the bell. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, it sounds like you got some decisions to make there, Shauna, but Kyle seems to be the one that's going to come through on the strongest side. But remember, you have free will choice, and situations could change based off those choices. So take that into consideration as you move forward with this. And I see you to be pretty happy in these upcoming months. She says, okay, thank you very much. You are welcome. I'm glad you guys love getting readings here with Jacob, and we like being here for you guys. Remember, every Wednesday, Jacob is here giving you guys the information that you need for the questions that you have. So, all right, since we are on our next person here, Kimberly G, go ahead and throw us your question. Mary P, get your question ready. You are on the list. All right, guys. Remember, we're going to give you 30 seconds to put forth your question. If we don't get it, we go ahead and move on to the next one. And if you are still here and say, did I miss my question, we will put you back on the list. All right. I'm not seeing Kimberly, so I'm going to keep on going. I need Marie P. I said, yeah, Marie. Marie P., go ahead and throw us your question. Sobahana or Sobahan, I hope I said that right. Get your question ready. You're on the list. But I need Marie P. to throw her question. Guys, we're going to be announcing the winner here in about 7 minutes. The winner of tonight's drawing. I know we're having a little bit of freezing problems, guys. If you refresh your screen, it will take care of that issue.
Oh man, I hope it's not my internet again.
No, it's not. It's not your internet because you're coming through for what's going on here. So it's Facebook's been acting up all night. I've noticed. I've been watching little glitches happen throughout Facebook, and not just on here, but actually on Facebook itself.
That's why that was another reason why I really wanted to start. I started backing out of some of the groups and started doing a lot more of the events and things like that. And I'm not gonna lie, the energy is a lot easier to pick up on when you're one-on-one.
Oh yeah, when you're one-on-one.
Dude, it's so less draining, right? Like I could do 2 hours in person and it feels like 30 minutes on here because you have to like go through all this energy and
you got to travel down that line. All right. Yeah. So I'm not seeing Marie, so I'm going to keep on going here. And Sobahan, I hope I'm saying that right. Sobahan, go ahead and throw us your question. And after that is going to be Julia H. Oh, wow. Oh, Jennifer said, man, it's killing me not to know who donated. Well, that's why they're not, Siobhan. Okay, that's how you say it. I'm sorry. See? It made it easier for me. All right.
I would have said it the same way.
Siobhan. Okay. So she says, it was a hard decision between relationship or career. I'll go with career. with all this business I'm trying to start, will this business I'm trying to start work out? And she said, no, I'm used to it.
So, the first card I pulled was the Two of Wands. So usually when I see this card, it's about choice, picking between something that you're comfortable with or something that you care about, to something with the world. With this being in the career, I would feel like, honestly, I want to say that either the business that you're going into, I really feel like it may not be something that you may be the most passionate about, or something along the lines of that. I feel like you're doing it more for money or more for stability, things like that. But either way, I do feel like choice is at play here, because the cards say something in regards to choice. So this could be in revolving around time or something that you're comfortable with. I pulled the Hierophant in reverse and the Devil in reverse as well, both indicating some problems with this job. I don't feel like now, with these cards being said, normally I would say no, I don't think it's going to work, things like that. However, I really feel like that the job will work. The Hierophant, the card is all about conformity. So I do feel like there's some things that you're going to be doing that may not be comfortable or that you may not enjoy, may not like. But I feel like that's not really the job. I feel like that could be at other jobs as well. It's just something in regards to how your life is moving, and how you adapt to that comfortability. The Devil coming out, I do feel like this is going to bring up some kind of situation in regards to how you're handling things or how you deal with situations at the job. I do feel like that the job is going to be beneficial for you. I do not feel like it's going to be your forever job. So I don't feel like this is like a meant to be forever type thing. But I do feel like it's going to be beneficial for you as in a stepping stone, or as for moving forward with some kind of progression in your life as in the materialistic world. So as in securing finances or things like that. So I hope that resonates.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Keep working hard. When it comes to building a business, it's hard to do. It's hard to do. All right, guys, it's time to announce tonight's winner of the show, and then we're going to take some more readings, guys, so don't think it's over, because it ain't over till it's over. Until you hear those credits running, that's not over. All right, so tonight's winner, we have Jennifer R. Damn, girl, you're on fire. Jennifer R., you are tonight's winner. Nice. So not only did you get an intuitive read, you got a jump, and you got to ask a question, and now you've won tonight's drawing. So congratulations. All right. So Jennifer R., are you on My Psychic Connection, honey?
Watch her not be here just for this 2 minutes.
That's sweet. What the heck? Girl, it's your night. I'm telling you. It's your night. She goes, you know I am. All right, honey, expect $10 to be added to your account. You're under Jennifer Rogers, am I correct? Jennifer, this is your night, girl. You're kicking ass and taking names.
It's the JRs, dude. People with JRs, man, they got luck, dude. I'm telling you.
It's exactly right. Totally down with all that luck. She said, yes, sir. All right, sweetie. After the show, we'll be adding those funds to your account. So congratulations. We're so happy for you tonight. It's just like a pick you up night, kind of like what we were talking about for you earlier. So it's time. Break free, girl. It's time. Break free.
Yeah. And I know I'm going to be online. I'm going to try and spend most of the day with my status online tomorrow, because I haven't been able to do it very much, and I won't be able to do it very frequently. So following the show, I'll try and be online for at least 6-7 hours tomorrow.
Sounds amazing. Thank you so much for that. And guys, you heard it. He will be on there to take some private reads. So if you like to get a private reading, go to mypsychicconnection.com and look up Jacob. He's on there and get an amazing read. All right, let's go with Julia H. Julia H., you were on the list. And she said, dang, I so needed this. And she said, JR's rock. All right, Julia, go ahead. Tiffany, if you want to jump, go for it, sweetheart. Go for it. And Jennifer says, I really feel like a rock star. All right, well, good. I'm glad. I'm so glad tonight gave you that type of energy. And, you know, you've come before and you've gotten a reading with us, and I've always felt those underlying energies. And tonight the spirit spoke up and said, you know, let's give her what she needs. And girl, you got it. She goes, now fat finger syndrome. No frowny faces, damn it. No frowny faces. All right. So I'm not getting a Julia, so I'm going to go ahead and keep on going down the list. And I'm going to check the jump list as Tiffany asked if she could jump. We're going to go ahead and allow her to do so. Tiffany, did you want to jump before I call out another name?
Is there a dog moving behind you? Is that what I just seen?
Yeah, that's Bella. She's my big baby. I don't know if you guys can really see her.
Honestly, she was like Tom cruising in the background. Mission Impossible. She was going for something.
She's always that way. Scoot over, baby. Come on, scoot over. Good girl. You're a good girl. She's 5 months old now.
Oh, that's awesome. German Shepherd?
Yep. Oh, yeah. There's an Amish farm, like, right down the road from me. And they were, you know, they had puppies, and they were like, hey, do you want one? I was like, absolutely. Sign me up.
How cute.
Yeah, I know, right? I've already got 5 dogs. This is number 6, so.
Dude,
yeah.
The hair from the German Shepherds, though, man, they are very hairy. We had a German Shepherd Rottweiler mix growing up.
My dog lets me take the little shop vac thing that I got because it's got a brush on it, and she just lays back and lets me vacuum her, so I am never worried about that. She said she's gorgeous. Thank you so much. All right. Check one more time before I call out the next name, because I know Tiffany said she wanted to jump, but I wasn't sure if she was going to or not. And she did. Tiffany, congratulations. Thank you so much for that. Guys, we got to jump. Bam.
You know, that looks like an air hockey table, kind of.
Yeah, that's where I kind of got it from. Like, pay attention. This is your jump. Tiffany, go ahead and throw us your question. What would you like? Would you like mediumship, intuitive? Do you have a specific question that you'd like to ask? Let us know which one it is that you're looking to get. We'd be more than happy to do that for you. All right, Tiffany's here. Tiffany says, my 8-year-old daughter was asking me questions about her biological father. Will he attempt to make contact? Ooh.
Okay. So, for some reason, I want to say, I pulled the 4 of Pentacles, Strength and Judgment. So, ultimately, I really feel like, I mean, honestly, I'm just going to answer the question outright and say, I do feel like he's going to try and attempt to make contact. However, I don't, with the Judgment card, that is all about awakening, things like that. It's depicted by the angel Gabriel coming down and awakening people from their coffins and taking them to heaven, things like that. The main thing to the card is awakening, change of direction, possibility. I can't forget all of the meanings, but in regards to this, I pulled strength behind it, and I pulled the Four of Pentacles. So the strength I'm going to get to in a second. The Four of Pentacles, I really feel like, I don't know if her father has a family somewhere else or other children, something else in regards to his life. But I do feel like later on he will make an attempt to reach out. Or there's going to be a connect. I feel like there's going to be a connection where he is going to try to reach out later on in her life. I don't know what it is that's going to strike a chord. And I also don't feel like this is the main and I don't mean to be frank, but I don't feel like this is the forefront of his mind right now. With the strength card, that's all about caress. So I feel like this is something that is developed. Like when this card comes out normally in a reading, it's about developing your strength, finding yourself, finding the courage to do something, things like that. So with that coming out in this reading, I would say that it may be in the back of his mind that he does have a daughter that he could reach out to, or something that's that little tinge. But I feel like honestly he's got other things going on in his life to where he is either not able to reach out or he's not focused on it in regards to it. But I do feel like it's that little thing in the back of your mind that you have a thought before you have the courage or you have the action.
Said she asked.
What'd she say?
She asked.
She asked?
Asked. Like she asked somebody something. Like I think she asked him. It just says I asked.
I have no idea what that means.
Me neither. I'm trying to figure it out. Tiffany, what do you mean by you asked? Was that for?
No, she asked him to come into her life, or she asked something like that. Is that what she means?
That's what I'm trying to figure out at the moment. I'm waiting for her response. That way we get clarity on what you're asking there. Or what you're saying there.
Because if she asked him, that would make my cards make more sense, honestly. If she asked him to reach out, because honestly, I wanted to say that it wasn't him who was going to reach out, that it might have been her, or that they were going to come into contact some other way. But I just felt like the energy was going to come present into her daughter's life. I don't feel like it's going to be right now, though.
She said yes. 2 kids. She said 2 kids with me, and he has 2 kids with 2 others.
Well, yeah, I definitely feel like I feel like he may be with. I'm feeling that he is with one of those women, or he's the kind of person out of sight, out of mind. I feel like, especially with the Four of Pentacles.
She said, "Good. I'm hoping to stay off his radar for safety issues."
Right. Yeah, I do. I feel like he's a person who is more out of sight, out of mind, self-centered, kind of things like that. But with those people, they still have humanistic traits. So I do feel like he does know that he has a daughter, or eventually that thing is going to come into play in regards to his life. I don't feel like it's going to be anytime soon, though.
I'm taking a look to see if she's got any other response on that. You guys are hearing that little bit of noise back there. The dog decided to find the noisiest toys she could find to play with them.
Oh, I thought that was our dog. See, I thought that was my dog in the hallway. The little pig thing?
Oh, yeah, we got one of them, and she's like, got every other squeaky toy. I had to take this one away from her. Perked up. No, I didn't ask him. There's a lag. I meant to say I already posted or at my question to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I do. I don't feel like it's going to be something that is immediate, but I do feel like there is going to be a connection with your daughter later on in her life. So I don't feel like it's immediate, and also I feel like there's something distracting him or taking his focus off of this. And you know what? And this is not in the cards. This is not something that I've seen with any tools. I just have a feeling that like I said earlier, I don't know if he drinks or if he parties or if he's involved in any kind of like traveling on the road type things like that. But I do feel like there is some things like where he pushes this to the back of his mind, along with maybe some other kids or some kind of situation like that. So in regards to this, I do feel like eventually it will come up, because I feel like most men, it does, in regards to that. But in regards to the cards, I do feel like it's already there. It's that little thing that's in the back of his mind that he pushes away, not dealing with it or not able to deal with it. Situations that are trying to be avoided, whatever the situation is. But I do feel like he will attempt to reach out to her later on. I'm actually pretty sure on it.
All right. Well, Tiffany, I hope that helps. We appreciate your question. She said he just had a baby with someone else. Hopefully that keeps him busy. It is, just like Jacob said, out of sight, out of mind, and he's just focusing himself. That self-centered energy doesn't allow him to expand or to realize or take responsibility for things that aren't in front of him. So if it's not in front of him, he could care less. But as Jacob said, that at some point, they are going to talk and they are going to meet. I saw them meeting, so it's not exactly good for him, but it's releasing for her.
Right. Because I feel like and honestly, I'm just going to be straightforward. I don't see it going great for her. Yeah, as in it's going to be a good release, because I feel like that she'll see more along the lines of who he is and things like that. But I do feel like it's going to be one of her life lessons or one of those things that's going to help her on her path. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Good stuff. Tiffany, thank you so much. We do appreciate it. All right. We're going to take one last question. Our last question of the night coming from Christina M. Christina, are you here? Christina M., go ahead and throw us your question. Guys, remember, at 12:30 a.m. and Gifts of Faith will be on for another hour, so you guys get a chance to talk with her. Tomorrow at 7 p.m., you're going to be able to talk with Gifts of Faith, and at 10 p.m. with Emma Rose. Remember, every Wednesday night, we're here with Jacob. So, guys, he's going to be on the site tomorrow to make himself available for you guys to get a one-on-one read with him. So if you guys want to get the chance to talk with him, go to mypsychicconnection.com. All right, guys. We got more cool features coming to My Psychic Connection, along with leaving voicemails and things of that nature. They are in the process of putting that together. So if you decide that you want to leave a message and you don't want to type it out, you can leave a voicemail. That will be happening here real shortly. It's going to be a pretty cool feature. And the psychics can go on there, listen to your voicemails, and see what you've got to say, because maybe they can jump on. They just weren't on at that time. And it gives them a chance to get notification to let them know that, hey, you got a message.
That's an awesome feature. I cannot believe I have not thought of that for these. Dude, that is genius. Don't tell anybody. You should patent that. That is a great idea, because I'm never on the phone, but if I knew I had a voicemail, I would go on and answer it for sure.
Yes, and that is actually patent, so
Yeah.
Psychic website, so we worked really hard on that, and text messaging will be available too.
Oh my gosh.
So kind of like when you get the chats on the system, the system will put in a thing for you to chat through text messages, so you guys can communicate that way, just in case you're catching the psychic on the go, but they've got their chats available for you, or their text messaging available for you, so you guys can continue. She goes, thank you so much. Thank you. Sorry for the lag. Honey, it's all right. Jennifer says, thanks for the energy exchange. You guys made my night. You are welcome, Jennifer. All right. Well, I'm not seeing Christina M. So, guys, guess what that means? It is the end of our show. But, guys, don't forget to tune in 30 minutes from now. We're going to be here with Gifts of Faith for an hour with our late show. So get ready, because it becomes very adult, as it always does on the late show. I don't know why, but when you get on that 12 o'clock hour, people, they get sexual. I don't know what it is. The conversations and the mediumship reads on there, whoo, it gets very what is that, TVMA?
Yeah. Next year I'm gonna try and opt in for the late night ones.
Yes.
I feel like a lot of my followers were later night too, or the weekends. The weekends are my big days.
Yes. We actually are starting a weekend show coming up here soon. So if you want to be a part of it, just let me know. We'll get you scheduled in.
I want to be in it.
Absolutely. All right, guys. We want to say thank you guys so much. We appreciate you guys being here. Jacob, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here and giving us your time and energy. And thanks for all the reads. We appreciate it. Well, guys, from everyone here at My Psychic Connection, we want to say thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. We'll see you. Well, you'll see me and Faith in a half an hour. Good night, everybody.